It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pitts.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Maryville College assistant track and field jumps coach, Coach Kaylnn Pitts. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good.
Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to get started in coaching and collegiate track and field?
So I went to Austin Peay State University, and I did track and field there. I got a scholarship. So I did jumps at Austin Peay. I did triple jump and long jump. I did a little high jump, but I didn't do much high jump because I kind of had hurt my knee a little bit, and with me doing all the jumps already, I had to put an extra strain on my knee. So I ended up just really focusing on long jump and triple jump, but just doing it and seeing how my coach would work with me and just like being able to help my other teammates ended up really kind of making me want to be like, okay, I think I can, coach too. And I actually enjoyed like helping other athletes get better.
What was it like going to collegiately and competing for Austin Peay?
It was a great experience. I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to be on the track team there. That we had a great team. I still keep in touch with most of the girls and the coaches. Like I said, it was a really good experience, and I'm really glad I was able to attend because I didn't do it the normal way. A lot of people go on visits and stuff before they pick their college, and I didn't get to go on a visit at all. So I really just went online, looked at it, heard about the coaches, got to speak with some of them. Sounded great, and I just went ahead and went, and I loved every minute of it.
What was that feeling like getting to put on that uniform for Austin Peay and representing them in the track program?
It was great. Was a little bit homesick in the beginning just because that was my first time moving out of the state of Rhode Island, where I'm from. So it was kind of like the first time I was completely on my own. It was a different culture there, very Southern. I'm Northern, East Coast girl. So I had to kind of get used to everyone and being on a team with just only girls. I also had to get used to because growing up, I was just really kind of me. I didn't have any, younger siblings that I had to grow up with. I have an older sister. So it was a little different, but like I said, put on the uniform, it was really great, and we had a great team.
During your collegiate time as a track athlete, what were some of your biggest accomplishments?
I would say for me being an athlete, one of my biggest accomplishments was definitely getting the Legends Award at the end of the season as a senior. They choose one woman, one male to be a legend out of your whole, collegiate years being there. So that was like a great honor. And then, of course, getting medals and winning track meets and breaking records. I have the school record for triple jump at Austin Peay. So there was so many moments that I really enjoyed. It's really hard to choose one, but I had a some great accomplishments there.
What was that like, obviously getting to set that triple jump record? And to this day, do you still hold that record?
I do believe to this day I still do hold that record. When I first got it, it was pretty great because in high school we didn't really have a jumps coach, so I never thought like I would ever, do as much as I actually did with it, because in the beginning I knew nothing, and to be able to really grow, see myself grow, and be able to jump, and break school records. It was amazing, and yeah, I'm really really happy that I was able to.
Coming out of college, getting to coach at your alma mater of Austin Peay.
Well, I didn't coach at Austin Peay. I would have loved to, but I went back home after school, and I ended up, coaching middle school and high school.
What was that experience like, getting to go back to your hometown area to coach the high school and middle school level?
It was cool. I really enjoyed it because, they're young kids and they really want to learn, and they're like truly, truly interested in track and field, and they love just being outside and playing and just learning. So I really, really, really enjoyed coaching for middle school and high school. It was really cool, and I would do it again. But I do love coaching for college, though.
What was that transition like from going from the high school level to the college level of coaching?
It wasn't too hard. The one thing is just, of course, gaining the respect from your athletes. When you're, not too far apart in age, and you just want them to really look up to you and, just really want to learn from you, because that's very important. Like, they have to want to learn, and you have to keep them engaged enough to really love, the sport, and really love what they're doing, and showing them that, hey, you're more than capable than what you think that you're capable of. And I really love it.
What was that feeling like coming to Maryville College to become the jumps coach?
It was really cool because I had been looking to coach again since moving to Knoxville. And luckily, Maryville, they ended up, starting a track program because we are new. And I went ahead and applied. I seen it. And I was like, oh, let me go ahead and put my application in. And I got a call, and I was really happy because it's only 30 minutes from, where I live. So it's very convenient. I didn't have to relocate anywhere. And the team's great. Head coach is great. The other assistant coach is great. A very, very nice, warm welcome, and everyone gets along great. It's awesome.
How's that been like, obviously getting to be a part of a program that has just started and starting to build their legacy as a program?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool because you can always say, hey, I was a part of, starting up that program at Maryville College. Like, like I was there when there wasn't a track program, and you get to hear the alumni come and be like, oh, Maryville has a track team now. And we're like, yeah, we're brand new. So years from now, I could talk about that. And it's always great to be a part of a startup, I think, because especially when it continues to grow and grow time and time over time, because, one day we could be, champions and things like that. And they're going to look back like, wow, I'm really glad they started up a program, and, they gave their time to those athletes, because like I said, it's a D3. So, they're there because they want to be there, that they love the coaches, and they really love the program, and it is a great program.
What are some of the things that you took from your time as a collegiate athlete, as a jumps athlete, to now as a jumps coach?
Definitely how I felt as an athlete, looking up to my coaches. One thing that I really, really, really wanted to bring to my other athletes is respect, because a lot of times, like, coaches may think, you have to be like super hard on your athletes, when in fact they're just really looking for guidance, and they're looking for, you're kind of like a parent to them, but not completely, because at the end of the day, you're with them every single day, and they're watching what you do. So you're a reflection. So I always looked up to my coaches and things like that. And I really wanted my athletes to be able to look up to me, and just remembering how I felt and how my body felt when I did certain activities or certain workouts. I definitely apply that now with my athletes, knowing how to break certain things down, noticing what type of athletes they are, just because I knew what kind of athletes my other teammates were. And I think that's important. Like, you got to just know each individual. And I definitely brought that experience from me being a jumper.
As a jumps coach, what has it been like, obviously getting to coach those people that jump in those high jumps, the long jumps, and the triple jumps?
It's great. I love coaching jumps because it's fun. Sometimes I'll get out there and I'll do it with them. There's a lot that goes into jumps. It's not just, just jumping. Like there's a lot of mechanics and stuff that go into it. So, we really just tackle every single aspect of what jumps really is. Like I try to send my athletes videos and stuff just so they can know, but I love jumps. Like it's just really fun.
As a jumps coach, what is it like obviously seeing those future Maryville College athlete jumpers achieve those high milestones in their career?
It's awesome to see. Like my athletes are continuously improving. Every meet, they either are getting around what they've been jumping or better. So I've been super happy. They're a great group. And seeing them, hit a personal record and things like that is really great. And as a coach, it just validates yourself and just what you're able to bring to the table with your athletes. Like and it puts a bigger trust in them with you. They understand, like, okay, my coach knows what they're talking about. Like, I'm not just out here just doing stuff. Like, I'm actually learning, and they definitely learn a lot.
What does a typical track meet look like for you as a jumps coach versus for your jumpers?
For me, honestly, I'm usually just as nervous as them. I'm the coach that's usually like pacing back and forth, making sure that they're ready. But for them, I know that they feel that extra nerve once they step on that runway and they have to jump, because I remember that feeling. Like all eyes are on you at that point in time. So they have more to look forward to and things like that, because they might have other things that they're doing. For me, I get to more relax. But like I said, I'm usually just as nervous as them. So it usually looks the same almost. I'm just not competing. But they're always looking forward to jumping, and they're always just ready to go after it, and it makes me so happy.
Of course, what has it been like, obviously, as a coach for jumps, to keep that momentum of the jumpers, even when, let's say, their competitions might be in the middle of the track meets?
Yeah. I usually just tell them, just stay focused. Go lay down for a little bit, because it'd be like that sometimes. You might end up jumping a little later than you thought. So I usually just tell them, get a snack, relax, put your headphones on, take your mind off of, too much, because when you overthink, that's when you bring more nerves. So like I just tell them really just to relax, and when the time is about to approach, then I tell them, all right, let's get up, shake it off a little bit, let's take a lap around, and just really then get into more focus mode. But I definitely want them to relax and things like that. Rest your legs, because we need the legs for the jumping. So
Who are some of the teams that you compete against in your conference?
I'm not sure of every team, because I am newer and I'm still learning all the names. But I know that we have probably, I believe, is Center in our conference? Yeah, that's one that sounds me, because I don't know all the names because there's so many of the names. But like I said, we're newer. We didn't participate in our indoor conference. So we will be doing outdoor conference. But as far as some of the schools, I'm drawing a blank, but there is a good amount of schools in our conference, and our athletes are, ranked pretty high amongst the other conferences.
Of course, what is it like jumping indoors versus obviously jumping outdoors on the track?
Indoor, I would say indoor, it's more suffocated. You're not getting that nice outdoor breeze. All you know, the crowd is bigger, I feel like, outdoors, because people want to be outside more. There's more room outside. You can actually feel the track, get the wind on your back and things like that. Indoor, it's a little bit, like I said, more jam-packed. Things are moving a little fast. It's smaller. So for people who run the 200 and 400 and stuff, you have to do more laps on the track and things like that. So it's a little different. It's sometimes it can be just as nice, but sometimes indoor facilities, they can be really small. So it kind of brings you in. You're like, you don't get all that fresh air as that you want.
Can you talk about, of course, the culture that you've helped to build for the track program for Maryville?
Yeah, we are definitely like a family, I would say, for sure. Um, we have girls, we have boys, and so of course there's always going to be a little bit of bickering back and forth, but honestly they love each other so much and they're always together, always doing something. There'll be at times where we're at practice dancing, and we're working on doing some more team bonding and stuff, but the culture is very like, come with us if you have an issue. Very warm, like I said, very friendly. Everyone is excellent. Everyone treats everyone with respect. It's really great.
Of course, what has that been like, obviously getting to coach both the men and the women's jumps?
Yeah, I like it. I like coaching both men and women. Um, I I really don't have a preference or anything like that. I really love coaching both, just because it's interesting to see how different, you know, all athletes just perform. So it's really nice, and like I said, it's just interesting seeing them grow as people, as athletes. So I like to do both because I like to see how the guys are doing. I like to see how the women are doing. So it's great for me.
What does the recruitment process look like for those prospective student athletes looking to get into track and field?
Yeah, so I know that our head coach and stuff will visit some track meets and things like that. I usually will look online. I'm looking and I'll call high schools myself and send out emails. But for students who are looking, just we have on our website, Maryville College, where you can fill out a recruitment form to show that you're interested in a program, one of the sports programs here. Then we reach back out and then try to plan a visit. We always try to get our prospective students to try and take a visit to see if they like Maryville College, show them around, show them the program, um, give them more information on everything that's going on. So that's really the progress right there. And we're definitely always looking for more athletes, especially now with this new program going on.
Of course, as a jumps coach, what are some of the things that you look at in those future jumpers looking to go on to the college level?
Yeah, I'm looking for, great character as a person. I'm looking for someone who's willing to learn. Like I said, you don't have to be the best in the world. You just have to be willing to, work for it, dedication, good grades, things like that's all I'm looking for really in an athlete. Someone who's willing to wake up every day, show up to practice, go back home, do their schoolwork, and just keep grinding and working that they're better in themselves, being there for the team, and everything like that.
What does the official visit look like for those prospective student athletes coming to Maryville?
Yeah, so you come and you'll go to, the admissions office and stuff like that. They'll explain more about Maryville and the process. And then with us, we basically just walk you around campus, show you a few things. I would try to get one of my, if it's a jumper, try to get one of the jumpers to, walk around with them as well, show them the dorms, and kind of, talk to them, shadow them, things like that.
Of course, once those prospective student athletes become freshmen, what is that feeling like to get to see them put on that uniform for the first time and represent Maryville?
It's definitely exciting to see because you just remember yourself as a freshman, getting to put on the uniform. You're like, all right, this is it. I get to showcase my talents. And they really, when they put that uniform on, they really, really, really try their best and they really want to be there. And it shows in their results as well. They've been doing really well. So it's just exciting to see because the freshmen, they're definitely there to put on a good show. They're there to get better PR. Like they've just been doing awesome.
What is that going to feel like, obviously, to see those freshmen put it on for the first time, but see those seniors putting it on for the last time?
It's always sad. It's always a bittersweet moment actually because you obviously want them to move on and go to do bigger and better things, but then you're also like, oh, I had you for 4 years or whatever. So it's like almost sending your kid off somewhere to college or something. Like you're like, all right, bye. So it could be sad, but like that they're going to do better things. So you're more proud of them than anything.
What are some of your future plans in the Maryville program for track and also for the jump side?
Yeah. I definitely plan on being with Maryville College for as long as I can if I'm, still in Knoxville. Um, I hope to see us I hope our program grows and grows and grows. Because of course we are still a little smaller program, but I want to see, 40 kids maybe on the team one day or something like that. I want to, of course, get championship and all these other things in conference. It's just even moving up, maybe be head assistant coach one day, anything like that. I just know that this program is going to go and do big things, especially with Coach Lawson as the head coach. He's really great.
What advice would you give those high school athletes looking to become collegiate athletes?
I would say keep working hard. Definitely keep working hard. Don't forget about academics. That's something that's you still need to be able to compete at these meets and to be able to compete regardless. Stay on your grades. Stay on your personality. Always be a good person. Always have respect for others. And like I said, keep working hard. You know, coaches notice the athlete that's always continuously looking to get better. Always willing to, you know, put one foot in front of the other, no matter what happens. Even on bad days, still willing to get up, shake it off, and be a better person.
What advice would you give those collegiate athletes entering their first year as a freshman in the track field?
Ask questions. It doesn't hurt to ask questions. You're going to be confused in the beginning. It's just how it works. Ask as many questions as you can, especially to the seniors and things who've been there before you. Don't be afraid. Talk to your coaches as much as you can. And always, like I said, with the academics, get a tutor if need be. A lot of people are usually afraid to get tutors. Don't be afraid to get a tutor. It's all right. You know, because you might get homesick. Things like that happen. Just always stay grounded.
What advice would you give those collegiate athletes looking to go compete professionally, whether it's on the club level like Nike or for Team USA or Canada?
Yeah, it's in the same realm. You know, you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be dedicated to what you want to do, even if it's waking up at 5 a.m. every day. You know, just always stay dedicated, stay grounded, stay blessed, and always, you know, put that one foot ahead of you, because a lot of things might happen that you don't like, that might try to stop you from doing what you put your mind to. Don't let any of that stop you. Set your sights on a goal and accomplish that goal no matter what obstacle comes in front of you, because there are going to be hard days, but there are better days to come as well. So just keep, you know, looking to better days, and you'll be all good.
What advice would you give those collegiate athletes looking to get into coaching after their collegiate career?
Apply everywhere. Just apply, even if you don't have the experience. Don't be afraid to apply. Reach out to coaches as well. Email them. Say, hey, I'm interested in, you know, coaching at your school. What can I do? Because most of the time they will go ahead and let you know what you need to do. Hey, I need a cover letter, or I need a few more references, or anything like that. Just make sure you're prepared with all of those things. Make sure that it's something you really want to do, and that you are ready for it, because it is a commitment, and you are, you know, a role model for athletes once you know, step into the position.
What advice would you give those future jump coaches looking to coach on the collegiate level for jumps?
For jumps, I would say most of the same thing. You know, do your research. Always stay on the current workouts for jumps and everything like that. Be willing and ready to jump as well. Be willing to get dirty, because a lot of times athletes need you to show them what you need to do, what they need to do, instead of you just saying, hey, go and do that. No, they need a visual. So stay in shape and definitely be respectful. Have patience with your athletes.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media, along with the Maryville College track and field program at?
Yeah, so we are on all social media as Maryville College. And me personally, I am on social media as well. I have a fitness page. It's The Beast Athletics. And then also my normal regular Instagram is K_Beastie. And on Facebook, just regular Kaylnn Pitts. But as I said, all the other Maryville College is all online underneath maryvillecollege.edu. And it is the one in Maryville, Tennessee, not the other ones, because there are some other Maryville colleges, but make sure it's Maryville, Tennessee.
Thank you again, Coach Kaylnn Pitts, for your interview, and best of luck in your future at Maryville College as the assistant track and field jumps coach.
Thank you.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk.
You've been watching
Brandon,
Brandon
and you can find me on
Sports
YouTube at
Talk.
Brandon Sports Talk.
Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.